It's a great pleasure to hear the voices of so many friends. I thought I might entitle this presentation as How I Changed the World. That might sound a little outrageous and presumptuous. However, this theme was suggested to me when a couple of days ago I heard on the radio a commentator remarking how the meeting some decades ago between Richard Nixon and Mao Zedong changed the world. It caused me to begin to think about other people who might be candidates to have changed the world. Maybe the person who invented gunpowder would be a candidate. Or perhaps Einstein, whose work led to the discovery of the atom bomb. Maybe Columbus, who discovered America, the man who invented television, or the person who introduced the modern computer. I considered these and others and realized that none of them had fundamentally changed the world or human experience in the world. Human beings still experience fear, conflict, suffering. I suppose it could be said that anyone who's alive changes the world simply by taking up space. However, no one else has fundamentally changed my experience on Earth. That is entirely up to me. This leads us into a large meditation within a rather tiny topic and looks at a vast process within a personal psyche. We have recognized that when man fell, it was his consciousness that fell. And with this radical change in human consciousness, there subsequently developed many aspects of distortion and mistranslation of life surrounding man. And for any fundamental change to be known in human experience, it must be the human consciousness which is restored to its proper design and function. It is utterly futile to try to change anything out there that is outside the individual consciousness. All that is merely the content of the consciousness. What needs to be changed is the structure, nature, and function of the consciousness itself. It's an interesting question to ask. Can you get outside of your own consciousness to do anything? The answer is no. Anything you do will have to be done through your own consciousness. Realizing this fact can help concentrate our attention for effective action. It's interesting to consider the vastness of consciousness. People think of the largeness of the physical universe, but since every physical form has its own design of consciousness, consciousness also is vast and varied. And the only aspect of this vast consciousness that anyone can directly influence is their own. If we do not act creatively and effectively there, we do it nowhere. So, I can say my job is to work to change my consciousness, not anyone else's. I don't know if you've lived closely with someone, perhaps for a number of years, and tried to change their consciousness so they see things the way you see them. You may be successful in one or two small details, but if we're honest, we will acknowledge the futility of trying to change just one other person's consciousness in any radical degree. Well, this doesn't sound too promising, you might think. I want to do greater works. I want to change all that wicked consciousness out there. That attitude illustrates the futile illusion under which one is suffering. Focusing our own attention on our own consciousness, I need to concentrate on allowing my own consciousness to ascend and let subsequent changes occur beyond this consciousness. You may think I'm trying in these moments to influence your consciousness. Well, I'm not. I'm working on and through my own consciousness, knowing that the effects will appear beyond myself in due course.